Alright, so this is the first method we will be using. The method is one of the most basic methods with the masking tape. It is creating pattern using the masking tape. Now a standard masking tape like one we are using right now are straight. So if anyone would like to create a masking pattern that is more round and circular, I suggest using a masking fluid. It does the exact same thing, only difference is you use a brush to paint the area you want to mask instead of taping it like this. Since it is the first time, I'll tell you about a few tips when using the masking tape. First important thing is when taping, you have to remember to press it very well. If you don't press it well, some paint might go inside the area when it's not where it's not supposed to, and art may not come out on the way you wanted it to. Second thing to keep in mind is that remember, the part you mask will come out white once you are done. I once thought about leaving one area white until Ivan reminded me that once the tapes are peeled, that part won't be yellow, but white. And once you are done taping, the next step is to paint. You can use any material that best suits you, pastel, watercolor, or anything. I will be using an acrylic paint. Oh, and don't forget to wear a smock when painting. If it gets on clothes, it will never come off. Trust me, I learned this the hard way. And once you are done painting, it's the part everyone likes the most, peeling. Now, I understand you'll be excited and all, but watch out. If you peel the tape too quickly, you might tear the paper you are using right now. And like that, our first art using the masking tape and acrylic paint is done. And now, we'll move on to second art. This time, instead of using the masking tape to create a pattern, we will be using the masking tape to form a legitimate shape. In other words, we are drawing with the masking tape. So in this art, we will be creating a bird. We use a scissor to not only control the length of the masking tape, but also control the thickness of the tape by cutting it vertically. Think of it as using a pencil. What we did was controlling the thickness of the line. And once you are done, it is time to paint again. This time, instead of using an acrylic paint, we are using watercolor. Watercolor is different from acrylic paint. Depending on how much water you mix on the paint, you can control the shade of the paint. So we first painted the background using a different shade of blue. Now, it's time to color the inside of the bird. We used a pastel to color the inside of the masking tape art. Pastel are great because we can use various color in a texture that is very different from that of a paint. Now the coloring is done, and so is art number 2 using masking tape and pastel. And here is a bit of a twist with this art. We are not peeling off the masking tape, because it looks amazing as it is. This art shows that just leaving the masking tape in its place can look just as good as without the masking tape.
Alright, and this is our third and last masking tape art. Just like art number 1, it uses an acrylic paint and masking tape, but there is a difference. So first, what you have to do is paint the entire paper with various colors. You can use an oil pastel to do this job instead of an acrylic paint.
Once you are done, cut the masking tape in various sizes and shapes, and tape them in various places in the painted paper. Try to put as much masking tape as possible without covering the entire paper with masking tape. That will be explained why soon. And then what you use is a gel medium. Then carefully paint the entire paper. Make sure you paint it well. The reason why I said to cover as much space with the masking tape is because the part you don't tape will be white. In a way, this art is the opposite of the first art, because in the first art, the part you cover with the tape turned white, and this time, the part that you didn't tape will be white. And once the paint dries, it's again the fun part, peeling. Again, be careful not to tear the paper. And with that, our third and final masking tape art is done. These three are of course not the only way to utilize masking tape in art. Take this as an inspiration and be creative. Thank you.